Get in, nerds. We are playing Victoria 3. We're still in our war with the United States over here. We're here too, it seems like. And yeah, we're trying to make America, we're trying to make the world safe for democracy, I guess. America's in default. I wonder why. Now, they're still rocking legacy slavery. Revolutionary America's rocking legacy slavery as well, though, so, you know, it is what it is. And there's electric railways. That's wonderful. So basically, starting in Normandy, we're going to electrify the railways. It's going to be really shocking. Where are they? Here we go. Perfect. And, you know, we're going to go in Ile-de-France as well. That should get us an event. And I think we're just gonna do the whole rest of France. We're already building the oh, we can do electric engines. Wonderful. Right, where are we? They're all in the Métropole. Let's do it. Continue. You're not actually unprofitable, you just think you are. Still don't have coal-fired power plants. Need to work on that. That's definitely something that's a priority. Provence. I'm just going to do these one by one. And then we'll see to the... Not... Oh, what the heck. North Africa, where we've got the good... where we've got the good power plants. And then everywhere in the Métropole. I know this is riveting. I just need to make sure that it's... that I'm not messing things up here in the broader... I have a lot of... Oh, these are railways. I was thinking these are motor industries for a second. I'm like, I have so many motor industries. And I've got power plants in Morocco, right? So I can grab... So that's Inner Morocco. Tunisia. Marrakesh. Fez. Al-Rif. And... I should have Constantine in here somewhere, right? Is it Constantine or Oran that I keep missing? Might be Algiers. Algiers is good to go. Constantine is good to go. Oran's good to go. Alright, they're all good to go. So. Perfect. So now. Power's gonna be rough. I know it's gonna be rough. I'm prepared. Psychologically, physically. We do have power shortages all across the Métropole. Where do we not have power shortages, actually? That's the smarter way to do this. We don't have a power shortage in Guyenne, Orléans-Berry, Ménanjou, or Picardy. So everywhere else is going to get... stupid interface. Alright, I think that meets with Oh, these two could be good to go. Well, they're fine. They're fine. No, we're not going to be inefficient here. Now, what about North Africa? Really only Algiers, Fez, and Inner Morocco are goofed on power. So, we'll just build a few. In those zones, and then we'll be doing just fine. Perfect. Oh, I'm feeling so pleased. How's it going, America? You feeling pretty good after all those world wars? They're a major. They could become a great power. I think they'll become a great power at the end of the week, actually. Really? No? Ooh, stonks. I wish it would show you the exact thing. Well, they're number 7. They're below Spain. They're below China. No, they're not below China. They're just pretending to be below China. They're just below China in the prestige rankings. They're still above them because China is unrecognized. Very good. And we're working on central planning, and that'll finally let us put a sock in this whole situation up here, which will help us a lot. I can't take that zone from Austria anymore, which is a real shame. What if I took over Luxembourg? 6.6 infamy. That's hardly any. Let's do it. This is going to be the Netherlands' bag, and they're a protectorate of Spain. I could fight Spain. I can take Spain, right? They are a great power, but their army is not nearly the size of ours. They're not close. Ah, but it's... I don't know how the flow would actually go. Border crossing. Our soldiers regularly perform maneuvers near the border of Great Britain. Presumably the border with Great Britain, like down here in Africa. Having our troops parade all over the border as if it were nothing to them could be a useful display of power, especially if we frame it as an accident. A border is just a line drawn on a map. If it isn't guarded or defended, why should an enterprising nation not come along and tweak those borders? An excellent idea. This will give Great Britain 28 infamy. Interesting. Or this would be ill-advised. We'll do it. We'll start a border incident. We'll create a situation. A mess. A mess, as they say. They didn't get infamy. Oh, but so this will be, they lost prestige, right? You get that prestige debuff? Something? No. It did say one of the following there, right? I'm not making that up. We certainly didn't get infamy. Not sure. And Norwegians are immigrating to France. Wonderful. Standard of living is very, very slowly going up. Which overall I'm happy about. How far away are we from getting central planning? Because I could goof up my finances a lot to get a little bit ahead of time on incorporating some of these areas. I think I'm gonna. I think we're just gonna go buck wild, and we're gonna trust that it's gonna be worth it in the long run, that we're gonna be able to bounce exactly to where we want to be. And we incorporated Guyana, right? We incorporated Guyana and the West Indies. Very good. Alright, so we're doing just fine with those zones, those states. So now we've got a huge shortage of bureaucracy, but it's okay, because we're going to go to central planning, and that's going to help everything. Or we're going to go to the telephone switchboards method, and that's going to help everything. So, once malaria prevention is good to go, I'm going to queue in combustion engine. I think that's sensible. I think we kind of desperately need steam turbine at this point, and then we're going to circle back to military, see what else we need to knock out before we get to NCO training, which is going to set us solidly head and shoulders above everyone else. I think we might just do all the naval ones. Just grab destroyer, submarine, sea lane strategies, and then dreadnought, and then just get those knocked straight out. International exchange standards would give us even bigger, unreasonable cash, but I don't think we necessarily need that right now. Ah, you ended your rivalry with Belgium. Nice. Is Belgium a real country? I could turn Belgium into a protectorate. That would be extreme, but I could do it. That would be very extreme, but it doesn't mean I'm not going to do it. Oh yeah, Britain definitely got malaria prevention before we did, because they've actually really colonized the ever-loving heck out of these zones. Ah, this is sad. The Pebrine epidemic. The silk plantations in Provence have begun experiencing an epidemic of Pebrine, a lethal silkworm disease. With the disease decimating entire silkworm farms, this outbreak puts the entire French silk industry at risk. Yes, every single one of them from the latest batch, covered in brown spots, dying one by one. There's not a strand of silk among them. The same report had begun to trickle in from every farm in Provence. Thousands upon thousands of silkworms afflicted, shrunken, lethargic, poor development, and not a wisp of vital, priceless silk spun. We must act at once. Bengala uprising, that's completely fine. We will send the 5th French Army to handle the situation. Oil is struck in Sahara. Very good, we'll do what we've always been doing. So, Pebrine epidemic, let's review. It's been a while since we talked about this. The French silk industry has been affected on a large scale by Pebrine, an epidemic which threatens to decimate our silkworm farms if left unchecked. We'll complete if we've learned how to resolve the Pebrine epidemic, either from a domestic research or from another nation. The Kingdom of France has had and encouraged agricultural industry decree active in at least 75% of the states affected by Pebrine for 1 year after discovering a solution. A solution to the epidemic we received through researching Pasteurization, or receiving it from another nation that has discovered the solution. Perfect. Alright, so we're still going to do central planning. And we're still going to do malaria prevention, but in production, we're going to go directly to pasteurization. In fact, we might do pasteurization first. It's going to take 17 months. I don't want to get outclassed on malaria prevention, though, so we'll queue it in. Because I want to really be able to get going in Central Africa. Ooh, and Estonians are moving to France. Wonderful. Population's going way up here. I'm pretty pleased overall. Or that's not population, that's GDP. Population's also going up. Going crazy up, to be honest. Population experiences crazy growth. I kind of want to connect up these territories. What if I... Excuse me? Invite to Customs Union. That's really interesting. Ottoman Empire is a major, but they're unrecognized. You know what? Absolutely. Join my Customs Union. Wonderful. So what does that do to our markets? Just quick review. Alemannic people are immigrating. Oh, this is wonderful. So much immigration. Excellent. So, market for telephones is crazy expensive and going to continue to be so. I can go to modern ports. That will really dramatically reduce employment. I might still do it. It's going to cost a bunch of oil. How are we with oil? We've got a ton of oil, right? We're doing Absolutely fine with oil. Right. Oh yeah, we'll be absolutely fine. Let's do it. Modern ports. We're going to have convoys for days. That's fine. Alright, Pebrine outbreak in Rhône. The ongoing Pebrine outbreak has spread to the silk plantations in Rhône. The rapid spread of the disease through French silkworm farms is presenting more and more danger to the silk industry. The first round of eggs that had hatched this week had a slightly elevated rate of mortality, which had partially inoculated those charged with watching over their invertebrate flock. They did not, however, prepare them for the next one. Where before high-grade silk was spun, now withered, brown-spotted larvae struggled in their cells on an inevitable track to eternal stillness. Invest further in a potential solution, costs a huge barrel full of cash, 4K progress. The disease will burn itself out in time, don't do that. Let's do the first one. I would love to have a bunch of bonus progress on pasteurization in exchange for a meager 50,000 francs per week. I guess pounds. I guess technically it's pounds. I can declare interests in the rest of the world at this point, right? I've got enough interests to declare. Yes. I just saw the interest notification activated. And I'm like, huh. Oh my goodness. The king is dead. Long live the king. Oh no, that was someone else. That was Henri d'Orléans. It was almost a very embarrassing error. No. Henri de Bourbon is still alive and kicking at 75. And his heir, still alive and kicking at 74. Jean the Unlikely. Wait a minute. Your birth date. 29 September 1820. I'm going to jot that down, make sure I've got the right Henri de Bourbon. Nine 29/20. And there's the war with Bengala. Again, not going to affect much, truth be told. The petit bourgeois have an integralist in charge. There's a rebellion in Kutai. Where? Kutai, where are you? Here. Alright, I need to not mess this one up, because I've messed this one up before. Let's grab the second corps and go there. I probably don't need to mobilize all these forces, but it'll be worthwhile. And then we're going to grab a navy here as well, not the Armée d'Afrique. One of our navies. And we'll put them in the area just to make sure that if there's some kind of naval invasion needing to happen, that we'll be ready to do it. We'll pull these ones back to France for the time being. We've nearly taken over Bengala, but I didn't want to mess around with this, just because like I've tried to kind of fat finger it before, you know, just tried to kind of be blasé about it before, and I've had problems as a result. All right, so they're 108 days away from the front, whereas they're 60. Yeah, so that's actually a significant difference. Austria sides with us against Kutai. Sure, I mean, I guess I don't mind the assistance, but again, it's Kutai, Austria. It's not, they're genial towards us. Plus 1,000 because we're in a war together. Yeah, okay. Very cool. Sure you don't want me to take on your debt? Ooh. I could pull the USA into my customs union. They're in the British market right now. Where are they in the rankings? They're still in position 7. Absalom McCune, an ethno-nationalist aligned with the Southern planters. He's formed an autocracy. Interesting. A presidential dictatorship. How close are we to this? Would it be a mistake to get an obligation from the United States? You know what? Economic hegemony is worth it. This is going to make our market go crazy. We're going to see exactly what's going on in this market. I'll tell you what. Alright, well, the children want cars. We don't have the capacity to build them, so it is what it is. Someone's way out ahead of us technologically. I think it might be Britain, at least in production tech. Because someone's got cars. Got our people wanting cars. Someone is... Who's buying cars for slaves? Hold on. Who's buying cars for slaves in 1896? I have to know. Is there any way I can find this out? I don't know what's going on with that person, but they figured something out that's just incredible. We need more opium plantations, and we need them bad. Let's get some of those built, sort out my opium market. Alright, we're almost on the way here. Almost sorted out. What's this? Your Argentina versus Sahuche, a decentralized power. Alright, I'm not going to worry about that. I don't need to concern myself with that whole situation. I think we also are going to need more electrics industries. How is the price of power in France? It's still quite expensive in quite a few zones. Including Ile-de-France, actually. Alright, we'll need to build up some more power plants. Auvergne-Limousin and Aki... Oh no, this is transport. This is transportation. This is not electricity. Electricity. Ile-de-France. I need to grab Ile-de-France and get a little bit of more power in Ile-de-France as well. And then I think after that, it's going to be more electrics industries. Because we're going to need an absolute ton of phones. Aquitaine is a good place. Poitou-Saint-Ange is too. I'm going to put 10 levels in each. We're going to put a little bit of extra railways in Poitou-Saint-Ange. Because Poitou-Saint-Ange is a little short on railways. You're electrified, right? Good. And we'll put them all the way at the top just to make sure they get built in good time. This is in preparation for central planning, filling out, and us getting everything we need in terms of our bureaucracy. Music to my ears. A well-acclaimed troupe of wandering artists has arrived at French Sinai, followed by hundreds of requests about our generous government funding one of their concerts. Their lyrics, no, you wouldn't understand it. Only the saddest and deepest souls are able to dive into their hearts. Okay, hold on. The saddest and deepest souls will have to wait. I'm getting defensive pact requests from the United States, and I'm going to accept. They're a proper reactionary power now, and they deserve our protection. Sorry. The lyrics. No, you wouldn't understand it. Only the saddest and deepest souls are able to dive into their hearts, wide open before us, through those piano notes. Their songs talk about solitude, incomprehension, the lack of a serene place to retreat to. They truly capture the sorrows of a teenage soul. How would you understand it? Options are fund them, 35,000 francs for 5 years, 10% prestige, or they sound not so great. Intelligentsia mad, reduced prestige. You know I'm going to shell out that cash for a concert. I love prestige. I love being number one. And we're nearly there. 2 more weeks till central planning. There's oil in them there hills. Despite everything, market's looking pretty solid overall. Nothing's looking too crazy. Opium is back to normal. Again, only cars, which we will be producing reasonably soon. There's central planning. So, how much will it be if I convert all of them right now? 23,000 bureaucracy. Alright, I definitely don't need 23,000 bureaucracy. Let's start with just the ones in Ile-de-France. It's going to cost us 112 telephones. So as these get more employed, we'll see our bureaucracy going up. We'll see how it goes. Okay, not employing as many more people as I thought. We need priests. Oh my gosh. That's incredible. We can't hire enough priests. Bananas. Absolutely bananas. Can't priests man these phones? Oh my goodness, the motor industries are goofed. Okay, well, we'll worry about that later. Cool. We're working on it. Okay. Landowners request reimbursement. The landowners which own the silk plantations in Provence have approached the government, requesting reimbursement for the losses of profit they've suffered due to the Pebrine epidemic. For much time now, we have had to expend great sums of money and labor ensuring the success of our endeavors, only for them to be afflicted through no fault of any man, by a malady which threatens the very foundation of Provence's natural order, natural environment. To fail to act in this time would be singularly catastrophic to the future of the common welfare. Their industries are vital to our nation. They get stronger, they get happier, they get loyaler. But it costs us £36,000. Or we do not reward negligence. They get more radical. Standard of living goes down. I'm going to go with the first one. I'm happy to have happy landowners. Okay, so this is really curious. The electronics industries are producing enough phones. Radios are still... Plenty of pops want to buy radios. I think all the new electronics industries we're building at the moment are going to be... at least some of them are going to be telephone only. Because that's mostly what we're trying to produce, is telephones right now. So, let's... where else have we got a whole lot of government admin? Brittany... We'll do the Atlantic Seaboard. Hopefully that'll sort it. I didn't expect that hiring enough priests to actually work these phones was going to be that big of an issue. I didn't think it was I mean, I knew we were on the production method that uses extra priests. I just... It's quite curious, isn't it? Still not enough. This is bananas, friends. I can't believe it. This might be a mistake I'm making, converting all of these at once, but on the other hand, I think it's sensible. Oop. That's not what I wanted. That's what I wanted. So I'm also trying to get enough bureaucratic capacity to... Don't have any in Franche-Comté. That's crazy. I'm trying to get enough bureaucratic capacity to actually increase some of my... in order to get some of my institutions better instituted. So that's part of why I'm doing this. And in fact, we are getting there. So, let's work on instituting. 684. Gosh, that's so much. We definitely need additional workers' protections. It's not even close in terms of overall comparisons. That's the thing we need most desperately of all things. Cool. Alright, all the government admin in the metropole has been shifted over. Alright, now we've got plenty of bureaucratic capacity. So, we'll go up one more level here. And we'll increase those as well. I might be completely outrunning my capabilities. Hey, there's the combustion engine. Wonderful. So now we can start producing all those cars that the people desire. With our motor industries. Not all of them, but we'll grab the ones in Alsace-Lorraine and we'll build cars. Now there are cars. Everyone likes cars, right? Y'all are... There's the demand. There's the demand for cars. And Auvergne-Limousin will convert over as well. How's the demand for cars looking this week? We'll let a week tick over just to make sure this resets properly. Still increasing. Still increasing, friends. We'll go with Ile-de-France. Phones are expensive as heck. Cars are still in demand. We'll convert another. We'll do it. I'll do it. Champagne. Build cars. Telephones are still heckin' expensive. Hold on, where's radios? Radios are just about even. That's okay. The synthetic solution. A group representing the industrialists has requested state investment in developing a process to create synthetic silk as an alternative to the Pebrine racked silkworm industry. And in the case that the cause for this malady is not found before our industry is entirely upended, I ask you to at least consider it. One day we'll be able to produce whatever we wish from a chemical still, and we should not abandon the opportunity to begin that course with all due haste. Nor the investment in this time of crisis, 40k towards art silk, but it's going to cost us a pile of cash, or will not threaten our silk industry further. I'm going to do the second one. I know the industrialists will be salty about it, but they'll live. And in the meanwhile, we will continue to research malaria protection and then eventually pasteurization. After pasteurization, I think we're going to circle back to military and do all those things that I talked about us doing, so that we can continue to win naval arms races all over the world. Then we'll do NCO training. Nobody wants war propaganda, and that's perfectly fine by me. All those new electrics industries that we're building, we need to set at least one more of them to only telephones, because we're not producing enough telephones, I've decided. Wow, demand for cars just keeps going up. This is bananas. This is bananas. Everyone loves cars. Heck. Well, we'll convert more. Should I do one of the big ones? Let's do one of the big ones. That's actually not that many automobiles. In fact, demand is still going up. But I think demand might have leveled out now. Yeah, okay, alright. That's pretty solid. That's pretty solid. And engines are we're finally pretty sorted out on engines. We've been waiting a long time for that to happen because engines are absolutely vital. But now that we finally got electrical everything, it's all kind of coming together. So that's beautiful. Industries can be as they are. Are these more profitable if they're publicly traded? I think they are. Yeah, we'll go ahead and do it. I'll do it. I didn't want to, but yes. Oh, and I've got public motor carriages methods available for my urban centers. That's nice. It's going to cost us a huge pile of cars. Reduce services output, but increase transportation output. I'm going to wait on that for now. I think we can completely live with things the way they currently are. Basically, I'm going to convert over any industry that's going to be more profitable as a result of switching over to publicly traded. So I'm just checking on this. So like this, the paper mills will not. We'll do it anyway. I know I just said I wasn't going to do that. I lied. We're going for full public trading. It says productivity was going to go down for a lot of those, but I didn't really see it going down. We're going to leave the plantations where they are, though, because those are mostly employing... I thought they were mostly employing aristocrats, but maybe not. Hold on. Let me just... These only employ capitalists, right? Yeah, they don't employ aristocrats. Do the plantations employ aristocrats? They do. Oh, we never went full irrigation for our wine. Let's go ahead and do that. Gosh, alright. We've been doing a lot of stuff, and now I've completely run over the episode time limit once again. Just doing peaceful stuff. Just doing peaceful stuff. Fixing up our customs union and all that. Speaking of which, let's take a grand look at our market, because it's freaking huge. We got the USA, we got a bunch of South America, we got a bunch of Africa, we got Japan, we got a bunch of Indonesia. It's real good. It's real good. We're all solid. Whew. Anyway, that's all I've got time for tonight, friends. It's been a busy set of episodes, but we've gotten a lot done. I've had fun out here. I hope you have had fun as well. Drop a like or a subscription if you're having a good time, and I will see you on the other side.